Rams fire Jeff Fisher after 5 hellacious seasons. He leads tied for the most losses as a head coach in NFL history. How embarrassing is that? Like, honestly, it's got to be at some point. I'll tell you what he's got going for him. Just so, you lose more than anyone, tied for the most ever. You are basically the laughingstock. But who's laughing when you see how much money he's made? I mean, this guy is set for life. He is not only a millionaire 15 times over, but they just gave him a 2-year extension this year. He's, just laying in a bed of money. This guy, for all of his failures, is so rich, it'd make your head spin. He'll never have to work another day in his life. Not only that, I don't think he will. Who's going to hire a guy, seriously? Well, how do you go to your owner and say, we want to hire the guy that's lost more than anyone? How do you say that to your owner? Let's hire the guy that all he does is lose. And not only that, let's go back to what I said. I've been trying to get, frankly, this guy fired for a long time because he's terrible. And I have no feelings, no mercy, sweep the leg. These guys are making millions. Cry me a river. I'm supposed to feel bad for him. Wrong. Listen. You know what I am? I'm the Rams fan that's sitting there suffering watching this guy in St. Louis. All he did was lose. Then he went to LA. Did you see how fast that place emptied out? They played their first season in Los Angeles this year, right? In like 25 years. And the place is empty. You know why? Because they suck. You know why? Because he sucks. You know why else? Who wants to watch a team that scores, on average, 14 points at best a week? At best, and then they've had multiple games they don't score, right, at all. Their defense scores or field goals. But listen, you cannot sell that to the public, especially not when you can go surfing and look at chicks in bikinis all day. There's a million things to do in Los Angeles besides go to watch a crappy football team, I can tell you that. It's happened before. The Rams were terrible before and nobody went to see them. Do you remember that? I lived there. I know. No one went to see them when they stunk the first time. And all this is deja vu. And I'll tell you what else. The Raiders, they stopped going to watch them too. Because they were awful when they played in Los Angeles. So, and all of this nonsense about how he helped the transition, the move, and he deserved an extension because he handled the transfer from St. Louis to Los Angeles seamlessly, and he had to handle all of the players, the staff, and everyone's moods, and their families, and their, new lives in Southern California. Are you kidding me? That is the most pathetic thing I've ever heard in my life. Who complains about moving to Los Angeles from St. Louis? No one. You're like living in St. Louis, which, it's a baseball town, great baseball town, but like someone says to you, we're going to move to Southern California, you're going to be surfing, and it's year-round sunshine, and it's, 330 days of sunshine a year, never rains. You can go golfing 7 days a week, year-round, surfing, skiing, chicks in, bikinis and wetsuits. Everywhere you go, people on skateboards, loving life. It's just awesome, right? And who says no to that? Oh, we're going to move. Oh, I'm sure Jeff did all the heavy lifting, too. The transfer of the trucks with all the equipment and all the homes, the millionaire homes they all moved into. Let's face it, they're multimillionaires. They all moved into mansions. And then the ones that didn't move into mansions, they moved into $1 million penthouse condos in high-rises, right? Or beachfront property that they rent. So, what a rough life they all have. It must be so debilitating to have to go through that. Are you kidding me? If they told me tomorrow, right here, CBS, we want you to move to Southern California and do your show from Los Angeles, but you're going to have to handle that move. We're going to move all your stuff out there for you. You're going to have to fly to Los Angeles, and then someone will pick you up in a stretch limo and take you to your new house on the beach in Hermosa. Can you handle that? I'd be like, I'm leaving tonight. Jeff Fisher helped with the transition. The transition is when a guy like Donald Trump takes over the White House. That's a transition. When a football coach gets moved to Southern California, that's called payday, baby. That's called Glory Road. Are you kidding me? He deserved a contract extension because he moved to Southern California. That is the worst story and the worst excuse I've ever seen from a sports franchise in my life. And that crappy COO of theirs, I don't even want to talk about you, Jeff. You're so stupid with that. How did you get to be a COO? We gave him an extension because he helped with the move to Los Angeles. Shut up. No one deserves a contract extension because they moved to a place like Southern California. You deserve a new girlfriend and a surfboard and a bag of weed. Who are you kidding? Shut up. He should have been fired a long time ago when he sucked in St. Louis. How's that for a transition of power? Get somebody that wins.